the whole time, and I'm excited for a great 2025.
A quick question. Are you from Milwaukee?
I'm not originally from Milwaukee. I'm originally from Illinois. I know what some of the listeners might say about that, but I know you also have listeners in Illinois, right? So
Absolutely.
But no, I grew up Northern Illinois and spent most of my time in Illinois, a little bit of time in Michigan. And then 3 years ago, I had the great opportunity to be recruited to come and work for Visit Milwaukee in this great city.
I think that's great because you look at Milwaukee with that fresh set of eyes. You are also discovering what's cool, what's interesting, what's different and unique about Milwaukee. Because I grew up in Louisville, Kentucky, came to Milwaukee because I was a student at Marquette University. And then I joke that I'm not a Milwaukeean by birth. I'm a Milwaukeean by choice.
Yeah, well,
but
me
it's
too.
True.
Yeah, definitely me too. And growing up, I came here so many times as a tourist and as a visitor, whether it's for a Bucks game or Brewers game, coming to the theater shows, whatever it might be. So now that I get to tell people to do those things, it's just a delight every day.
And now we get to collaborate more together now that Visit Milwaukee is sponsoring What's on Tap. What instigated that decision to be a part of What's on Tap?
You know, the show does a great job of celebrating our great attractions, restaurants, our theater district, festivals, you name it. And so that's a natural extension of what Visit Milwaukee does every single day, right? And so we want to tell those amazing stories of the people who make our city unique and vibrant and lively. And so this partnership is a great way to do that, to tell those stories. We've got over 1,000 partner businesses in Milwaukee that we can talk about, that we can showcase. We can look at our calendar of events and say, hey, go to this festival, right? Or go to this show. And your show does a great job of letting people know what's happening. You got to know what's happening. And so this is a great way to showcase those things, talk about all kinds of new events, programming, whatever it might be. Great partnership to have.
Because Visit Milwaukee, the website, is a great resource for locals. It's not just asking people to come from your home state of Illinois or from elsewhere. It also embrace and enjoy what we have happening all around the city.
Yeah, we want locals and visitors alike to use visitmilwaukee.org to plan their experiences, right? Whether you're planning a trip that's going to be multiple days or you're just planning a night out, you can go to visitmilwaukee.org, do that, see what's on the calendar events. Hopefully they hear from you, a great new restaurant. They can check out the restaurant on our website or maybe see a profile we've done with a video or the like. And so great way to sort of cross-reference what you want to do and make a great plan.
And one of the most fun ways I got to work more with Visit Milwaukee and just be in your orbit more was through Top Chef last year. To know how involved Visit Milwaukee was with all the other collaborators in our state of Wisconsin, to get such a fun, impactful show to our state was really a great experience.
Huge experience, huge undertaking, and things like that can't happen without great collaboration. And so we know magic happens when you collaborate, and that's what this is all about, working with WTMJ and all of you here at the radio station, you know, trying to find great ways to tell stories. Top Chef was one of those ways, and yeah, we're excited for a new year.
I'm looking forward to collaborating with you and being able to ask, like, hey, I've been thinking about this. Where is the perfect spot to ... swim in the wintertime. You can tell me what hotel has the best pool.
That's right.
Or maybe
I was thinking
Lake
Lake Michigan. I was thinking you just dive right in.
Oh, you're bold. You're bold. But you love to experience Milwaukee, and we're going to hear your voice more on WTMJ with a new show with two guys who have the same name.
That's right.
You're Josh Albrecht from Visit Milwaukee. But wait a minute. In the studio with me now is another Josh Albrecht.
That's right, another Josh Albrecht. Yes. Hi, Sandy. How are you?
I am very good. You are also Josh Albrecht.
Yes, it's a very funny story how two Josh Albrechts came together to celebrate Milwaukee. I am born and by choice in Milwaukee. I get to say I
That's
had
true.
both.
You have options to leave, and you
That's
choose
right.
to stay.
And it's been great. And the story of how we actually came together was way back when I was in college, and it was 2009, and there was this thing called Facebook. It was all the rage back then. And one day I was bored in my dorm room, and I just searched Josh Albrecht. And multiple people named Josh Albrecht came up, and I sent like 3 or 4 friend requests, and 2 of them ended up accepting them. I never talked to them. I just thought, okay, and immediately went on with my life. But then I started seeing posts from Josh Albrecht's. Fast forward 12 years.
12 years later.
And then people were saying, hey, congratulations on the new job at Visit Milwaukee. And I'm going, what? And someone sends me this press release saying that Visit Milwaukee has hired Josh Albrecht. And I'm going, wait a minute. I know this guy. And it turns out that was one of the Josh Albrechts that I had sent a friend request to 12 years earlier. And I reached out to him, and he was like, dude, this is crazy. And in Milwaukee fashion, we met up for a bowl of chili and a PBR.
There we go.
And we said, hey, we got to do something here. And Joshing Around Milwaukee was formed.
Yeah, we should have gone bowling and drank a Bloody Mary too, but that'll be next time.
Yeah.
You still can. So how are these two Josh Albrechts combining forces to be on WTMJ now?
Yeah, so the past 2 years, we've been doing Joshing Around Milwaukee, the podcast, and we've been sharing that through Visit Milwaukee. We've been going out, venturing through the city and talking to our partners and having a lot of fun. And now we're excited for Season 3. We'll be airing on Saturdays on WTMJ 620, 1:30 in the afternoon every Saturday. People can listen along to our adventures. We'll have a variety of special guests, a lot of our partners coming on from Visit Milwaukee. We'll talk about things to do and maybe just a few anecdotes about crazy things that we get ourselves into as well.
Yeah, and what's happening around the city.
And your first show was just last Saturday. And you tempted our taste buds. Who were your guests?
Oh, yeah. Chef Greg Leone from Mama Linda. He came on, talked a little bit about Top Chef and his great restaurant in downtown. But also, he's going to be one of our featured chefs at the Milwaukee Flavor Live event coming up at Milwaukee Public Market on February 6th. So he's one of our featured chefs. He's an amazing chef. He's always helpful for Visit Milwaukee. And
I've had him as a guest on What's on Tap because I took a trip to Portugal and I was looking for a Portuguese restaurant in Milwaukee. And there really aren't many. But what came up was the most Portuguese flavors at Amalinda. So I invited him in and we talked about
Did you sit at the counter?
Did he tell you about the secret menu?
No.
Oh, well, you'll have to listen to Joshing Around Milwaukee, and that's called a professional tease.
There you go. And you can find it. It is a podcast as well. So after it airs Saturdays at 1:30, you can go to WTMJ.com or wherever you get your podcasts and listen to Joshin' Around. Who are some of the other guests that you might have in? What do you have planned?
Well, certainly thanks to some of our partnerships with our influencers, we hope to have, Bobby Portis on later this season and get him on. He's been a Visit Milwaukee influencer for the past couple of years. He's our official hype man. So we'll be hoping to get him on. We're going to have a variety of great special guests, and we're always going to try to be topical, whether it's, someone from Summerfest during Summerfest, Harley Davidson Homecoming, we'll get guests on from there. So always topical, always talking about the things happening, but also we'll be looking ahead and trying to find ways to showcase so people can plan their visit, right? We want people to be thinking about what's to do in October or November. We've talked with all kinds of people over the last few years. We did Whirly Ball and talked about Whirly Ball out in Brookfield.
And it's not just about the people that might not live here, too. It's also the people that live in, you might just drive past this amazing restaurant or this boutique or whatever it may be that could become your new favorite place to go. But there's just always so much to do in the city of Milwaukee, and there's never enough time. And a lot of times you don't even know what's out there. And so it's been really great to just have a lot of interviews with different owners and people out there that are pouring their passions into Milwaukee and show their stories and celebrate those with everyone that can listen.
Joshing Around Milwaukee just automatically sounds like, oh, we're going to have fun with these guys. Where are they going next?
That's right. It's the jam.
That's right. It's our jam.
Jam. Joshing Around Milwaukee, new show on WTMJ, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. You can hear it Saturdays at 1:30 and later podcasted. And thanks for all that you do to entertain us and enlighten us on the fun things happening around Milwaukee.
Thank you.
Love it. Thank you.
What is The Nether? It's a mind-bending theater experience, and you're invited. Next on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. I've got a great idea for your weekend. It's going to be fun. It's going to be informative. It's going to be good if you're a couple, great if you're a family. How about this? Check out Experience Wisconsin. It is Saturdays at 1 o'clock on WTMJ. On this week's show, I am jazzed. Elkhart Lake and the Simon and Garfunkel story, a great location and a great event. We cover it all. It's Experience Wisconsin, Saturdays at 1 on WTMJ. Join us, some great ideas and some great information. It is Experience Wisconsin.
Team up with the Brewers for an epic company event this season. Gather your crew of just 15 or more for a Brewers group outing and trade weekday meetings for a fun-filled day at American Family Field. Featuring options like tailgate spaces, all-inclusive areas, seating blocks, and more. Plus, Brewers ticket representatives will make planning your event easy, as they'll be your concierge while you book your event. Start planning your company outing today at brewers.com/groups.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik. Have you been to the Hounds and Tap yet? In Menominee Falls, this state-of-the-art facility and the ultimate hangout for hounds and humans. Grab a drink at the indoor-outdoor tavern, let your dogs hang out. You can even book professional grooming services, from pedicures to full spa treatments. Every day is a play day at the Hounds and Tap. Hang out with your dog and others, or drop your dog off for doggy daycare or doggy boarding services. Check out thehoundsandtap.com. That's thehoundsandtap.com.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
If you get invited to the Nether, where do you think you're going? For the next 2 weekends, you can experience a prize-winning play that was ahead of its time when it was written by Jennifer Haley about a decade ago. The Nether is the current production by Renaissance Theater Works on stage at Next Act Theater. And when the show opened earlier this month, I invited Artistic Director of Renaissance Theater Works, Susan Fate, to give us a preview on what's on tap. What is The Nether about? Here are highlights from our chat.
I would describe the plot as a futuristic look into how AI will impact us in one possible future. In this future, the world has succumbed to climate change and is not inhabitable. So people spend more and more time online in very realistic AI situations. And in those situations, if everyone is an avatar, what's legal?
Wow.
And there is a committed police officer, police detective that is trying to pursue real world justice for people that are committing crimes in the Nether.
What an imaginative approach to a real
Isn't it?
Situation that we are dealing with now with technology and, as you say, climate change, and we see it in the news headlines all the time. What is the path? You said you discovered this play. This is still blowing my mind. 10 years ago by Jennifer Haley. How did this come on your radar?
Well, I read a lot of plays.
I'll bet. So this had to be outstanding for the Nether to stand out. But honestly, in 2015.
Mm-hmm. It might even have been earlier than that. I think it might have been 2013. Time just flies.
Because I think people were just, getting on Facebook then. Those were maybe almost the Farmville years,
Yeah.
So, people were maybe, as far as AI, that's what people were thinking, like SimCity and those kinds of things. It wasn't the kind of AI that we've been talking about specifically in the past year and a half.
No, and this is what she imagined.
Wow.
And, yeah, she's a visionary. And all of her plays deal with how role-playing games and video technology and how they can impact us in ways that we don't even realize. And I think we're seeing that play out.
And how do you achieve this on stage when you're living in a world that's kind of virtual reality, but it's on stage?
We have some really brilliant people that are part of our creative team. Doug Dion has created an amazing set, which is part real world and part the Nether. So you'll have to come and see, and we will welcome you into the Nether as our guest.
Ooh.
I know, it's really wild.
And the Nether is a play on the internet, on the word the internet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's the futuristic word for the internet.
She is Susan Fate, Artistic Director of Renaissance Theater Works. The Nether is on stage now through February 2nd at Next Act Theater. A thought-provoking, mind-bending, futuristic show with Victorian-influenced costumes, a really impressive stage production by Renaissance Theater Works. Exploring the ethics of the internet is an adult-themed experience, so The Nether is recommended for ages 16 and up. Tickets and info at the website rtwmke.org if you're curious to have a unique theater experience and see The Nether. I'd say take a friend, because you will want to discuss it afterwards and share opinions. A new way to experience World War II history through music. Find out what the Milwaukee Youth Symphony Orchestra has planned next on What's on Tap.
So close you can smell the rubber on their shoes. Okay, maybe not that close, but as close as you can get. Bucks Insiders on Wisconsin's Midday News with Greg Matzik and Jessica Ty.
The long wait has ended. After a half century, the Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions once again.
It's Bucks Insiders every Thursday at 12:35. Sponsored by Best Electric and Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
I'm Tony Drake from Drake & Associates. Should I delay my Social Security benefits, or should I start taking them right away? The truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. Your decision can impact your income for the rest of your retirement. At Drake & Associates, we help you create a strategy to maximize your benefits so you can make the most of what you've earned. Social Security is just one stop on your retirement-ready roadmap. Take the first step today. Text SS to 414-897-9522 to claim your free retirement toolkit and get a copy of my book, Get Retirement Ready. Don't leave money on the table. Text SS to 414-897-9522.
Drake & Associates is an independent investment advisory firm that offers different investment vehicles. All insurance products are backed by the issuing insurance company. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only.
This change has leveled us up while being able to maintain the same quality of service that we've always provided, with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission. We're proud to be part of the Century 21 family, so you can move fearlessly with the added confidence of top-of-the-line marketing for maximum home exposure. And that means more eyeballs and the real potential for the highest price for your home. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. First off, our 1.9% commission structure helps get their foot in the door, and that's why agents like working here. But what they really like is having the strongest marketing tools available, with the resources to help them sell homes at the highest prices to satisfy their clients. Century 21 Benefit Realty offers what agents like most, and that's to help them be successful. If you really want to believe in the business model that you're representing, give me a call. I'm Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty. Call me, and let's talk about your future. Each office is independently owned and operated.
As winter takes a deep freeze, it's not too late for you to get hot, hot, hot. Fox World Travel has your ticket to paradise with deals you won't find anywhere else. Save on last-minute all-inclusive vacations with Apple Vacations, or get up to 67% off public cruise rates with Royal Caribbean and Celebrity Cruises. Is Europe on your mind? Ask about Fox Group Vacations. Book now and save only at Fox World Travel. Book online or call 866-GO-FOX-GO and mention code RADIO.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
What's on Tap, a show devoted to celebrating culture and creativity in Wisconsin and around the world. Art can create understanding. Art can build an appreciation for other people's experiences. One of our beloved music organizations here in Milwaukee has a very special project planned. WTMJ's Jeff Sherman shared this announcement yesterday on his daily show, The Upswing.
The Milwaukee Youth Symphony Orchestra, MISO, and Violins of Hope, Wisconsin are weaving a tapestry of understanding through the power of art, conversation, and experience. My daughter plays violin, so I'm really passionate around building just kind of the future of what community looks like through music. We always like to spotlight creative community connections that can kind of power the future of what our business and families look like in Greater Milwaukee. MISO has something truly special coming this September, and they're announcing it now. Chief Executive Officer, the Milwaukee Youth Symphony Orchestra, Linda Edelstein, joins us. Linda, tell us all about Violins of Hope, Wisconsin.
We are absolutely thrilled to share this opportunity with the state and especially with our community in the greater Milwaukee area. The Violins of Hope are instruments from the Holocaust that were played by Jewish musicians and other musicians who were targeted by the Nazis during the war. The opportunity for us to bring these instruments here is to educate about the lessons of the Holocaust, connecting them to today and to our experiences at MISO. We unite through the power of music, and we teach our young people about how we see ourselves, each other, and the world around us.
So what was the path to getting access to these violins and kind of the delivery to Wisconsin?
I had an opportunity to speak directly with the owner of these instruments, who lives in Istanbul, Turkey. Okay. And the instruments are primarily in Israel when they're not traveling around the world. Okay. So the opportunity was to talk. I talked with him 2 years ago and asked about hosting the residency here in Milwaukee. And the first availability was this September 2025.
Is this a touring thing that goes around to other cities, or is this something that's exclusive to Milwaukee and Wisconsin?
The instruments themselves have toured all over the world.
Okay.
Everywhere from Berlin to Argentina throughout the United States since the early 2000s, 2012 or so, 2010. And in each community has the opportunity to create a residency that is most important to its own constituents.
And tell us when this will take place and how people can get involved now.
The Violins of Hope will be here September 2025, so this coming September, and they'll be with us for 5 months through January 2026. You can learn more about it at violinsofhopewi.org.
Do you have any idea of just, obviously, the significance of the violins and what they mean to the world is enormous, but what about value? Like, truly, like, there's got to be, like, some hesitancy, like, whoa, these are truly historical violins. Priceless.
They are, in fact. That's a great point. Thanks for asking about that. The instruments, many of them are playable, and and you will hear them. You'll hear them play their stories throughout the community. And some of them are not, and they are held only in exhibition. So the residency will include performance and exhibition, where you can get close to the instruments, you can see them, and you can hear them as they tell their stories. In terms of their priceless value, it's really an historic value.
Yeah. Coming up this fall at MISO, where can you get more information again?
violinsofhopewi.org.
A special cultural announcement on WTMJ's The Upswing with Jeff Sherman yesterday morning. Hear The Upswing weekdays at 10. And I'm interested more and more in the Violins for Hope program coming. In browsing the website, I see that this unique historical musical program will run in September for about 4 months. And the description includes this passage. We are bringing the community a once-in-a-lifetime experience to hear the stories of instruments owned and played by Jewish musicians and others targeted by the Nazis before and during the Holocaust through educational and cultural programs and exhibits to foster hope, resilience, and peace. That's some of the best ways we can use art to connect. Violinsofhopewisconsin.org is that website. And I'll keep you updated here on what's on tap, too. More music to enjoy in person, concerts on stage and on screen, and another comedy show to add to your social calendar. Those event announcements next on What's on Tap.
Our favorite reason to choose Diamonds Direct over any other jeweler? Free service for life with no fine print. That's right. When you buy your engagement ring or any piece of jewelry at Diamonds Direct, you will never have to pay a dime in the future for sizing, cleaning, or routine maintenance. At Diamonds Direct, there's no gotcha clause, no fine print, no looking for ways to void the warranty. Diamonds Direct, the jeweler you can trust with a no questions asked 100% free lifetime warranty with no strings attached. Come see us to learn more.
Reason number 52 to choose Diamonds Direct over any other jeweler. Only Diamonds Direct gives you a 110% diamond upgrade guarantee. Diamonds Direct will give you 110% of your original purchase price toward the new stone. That's 10% more than you paid the first time. Guaranteed appreciation. Who else does this? There's no fine print and no minimum purchase requirement. It's 10% more, period. Buy with confidence. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
You got to get to Built Right today. Vince Vetrano to tell you about Built Right's extended New Year's mattress sale. Their one location saves you time and money, and they make it easy to shop, easy to buy. Built Right beats any big box, national or local chain store, department store, employee-free store, online retailer, or warehouse club because they have the guaranteed lowest prices. Built Right also has the best value, selection, and experienced team in Wisconsin. Over 60 models, 500 mattresses in stock. Choose from the best mattress brands made in the USA. Heirloom, Gold Bond, Therapeutic, Restonic, and Schiffman. Built Right specializes in hard-to-find, flippable, two-sided, and heavy-duty mattresses that hold up to 600 pounds. Plus, Built Right offers free delivery and removal on mattress-only purchases of $7.99 or more. Built Right saves you money. Voted best place to shop. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday, closed to be with family. Make sure to tell them Vinny sent you to Built Right, just off of 894 54th and Layton Avenue in Greenfield.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
What's on Tap is sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. Happy Friday night. I'm Sandy Maxx. There were several entertainment announcements this week about concerts and a comedy show that I want to share with you. First, Labor Day weekend, that Sunday night, Billy Idol. It's a nice day to tour again. It's what he's calling his North American tour this year. August 31st, that Sunday of Labor Day weekend, Billy Idol at American Family Insurance Amphitheater with Joan Jett and the Blackhearts opening up. That is going to be a night of rock to enjoy. Two legends, Billy Idol and Joan Jett. Circle that date on your summer calendar, August 31st at American Family Insurance Amphitheater. And if you like classic rock, try and keep in mind, you never know when is your last chance to see a legend. And a guitar legend and freshly inducted Rock and Roll Hall of Famer is coming to Milwaukee this spring. Peter Frampton is going to perform at the Riverside Theater on the Let's Do It Again tour. April 15th at the Riverside Theater. Rock and Roll Hall of Famer and Grammy Award-winning guitarist Peter Frampton. Now, this surprised me because you may have heard that he has a degenerative disease called inclusion body myositis, and it was affecting his guitar playing, and he stepped away from touring for a little bit there. But all of the shows that he has been performing the past couple years have been impressive, and fans have said, all right, I want to see Peter Frampton. So if you've never seen Peter Frampton before, and he's got such a long and storied career, and used to play with David Bowie, really created that interesting sound and with his use of the talk box and the guitar. So Peter Frampton, Riverside Theater on Tuesday, April 15th. And from concerts to comedy, we love him around here. Jim Gaffigan. He's going to be at the Riverside Theater in April. And they first announced like one show, then two shows. Well, today they announced the 6th show for Jim Gaffigan on April 13th. And this is a sample. In honor of 6 shows, I share with you this clip from Jim Gaffigan.
My parents had 6 kids, but it was easier back then because they didn't care. 6 wasn't even that big. We lived across from a family that had 13 kids. 13. You never even saw the mother. Occasionally there'd be a shadow in a window. She was like Boo Radley. We weren't sure she even existed. Eventually, I met the mother of 13, and she was a sweet woman who obviously hadn't slept in 40 years. But she looked like a mom, because moms used to look like moms. Now moms look like yoga teachers.
Jim Gaffigan, 6th show at the Riverside Theater. Several of them are sold out, but there's still tickets available. And I don't know that they'll add a 7th. Don't assume that they will. Jim Gaffigan back in Milwaukee. And last but not least, I've been excited to tell you about music and movies tonight. Well, this combines both of them. Announced today, Stop Making Sense, a film by Jonathan Demme and Talking Heads. One of the best concert films ever, not just in my opinion, but critically acclaimed. It used to be an annual tradition at the Milwaukee Film Festival to screen Stop Making Sense and Dance in the Aisles. Well, this is cool because it's a live event hosted by Jerry Harrison of the band, Milwaukee born and a graduate not only of Shorewood High School, but also of Harvard. So Jerry Harrison will be at this Stop Making Sense showing Sunday, April 27th at the Pabst Theater. He's going to introduce the film, watch the film, and then after the screening, have some comments, some insights, and do an audience Q&A. So Talking Heads, Stop Making Sense, a film by Jonathan Demme and Talking Heads. That is April 27th at the Pabst Theater. Those tickets also go on sale Friday at 10 a.m. So combine your music and your movies with yet another legend, Jerry Harrison, who's from right here in Wisconsin. The closest we can get to seeing Elvis Presley in concert is happening tonight and the next few weeks at the Fireside Theater. You'll meet award-winning Elvis Presley tribute artist Taylor Rodriguez from the show called Back in the Building, next on WTMJ.
We know what you're thinking, and all we can tell you is to drive careful.
Yep, Wisconsin roads are no joke this time of year, especially when you're driving on old, worn-out tires.
Schedule yourself a tire appointment with Rich Lawns. We carry all sorts of tire brands, including Goodyear, Kelly, Continental, and General, to name a few.
And every tire we install automatically comes with free tire mounting, free lifetime tire rotation, free flat tire repairs, and free alignment inspections.
Not to mention free wheel corrosion cleaning, lifetime warranty spin balance, and prorated tire protection.
Let's just say if you're driving around town, especially this time of year on old, worn-out tires, you're due for tire service.
Courtney's right. And remember, be safe, buckle up, and hey, always make sure you have good tread on your tires, because cold, wet, icy roads are no joke. I'm Brett Matchke with Rich Lawns, and you're due for service.
Rich Lawns Tire and Service, such a refreshing change. Rich Lawns.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Elizabeth and John bought their starter home 8 years ago, BC, as in before children. Now, with 2 elementary school-age kids, they wanted to make a move to the suburbs for a bigger home with more yard. But they didn't know if or how they could buy their next home without selling their current one. Fortunately, a friend who was a multi-time AccuNet client connected them with us, and we soon determined they could, in fact, afford to buy without selling first, which was a big relief to them and their real estate agent. Armed with an AccuNet rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval, it still took several weeks to find the right home for the next chapter in their life. But I'm happy to report that Elizabeth, John, and their boys opened their presents on Christmas morning in their new home after closing just a few days before. Whether you're buying your first home or your next home, go with the pros who have all the tools and know-how to make your home buying experience as smooth and successful as humanly possible. Get started with your rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval by clicking on the blue button at AccuNet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
So how do you underpromise and still get the job? We believe in our hearts we're going to do great work for you. We're just really careful about making unrealistic promises. At Semper Fi, we refuse to set the bar higher than we can jump. But be assured, that's the goal, to do all we can to jump as high as possible to try to exceed your expectations. We're looking to break records. That's how you win over customers, get really great referrals, and build a great business. When you're making a decision to hire an exterior remodeling company, character, integrity, and the feeling that the people you're about to hire are truly eager to show you how good they are should stand at the top of your list. This is Brad Youngluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
One night with you is what I'm now praying for. The things that we two could plan would make my dreams come true.
A song to get you in the mood to go see a very fun show at the Fireside Theater in Fort Atkinson. Back in the Building is an Elvis tribute show, and joining me on the WTMJ hotline, I welcome Elvis tribute artist Taylor Rodriguez. Taylor, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's a little cold here, but I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Makes your hips shake, makes your hips swivel. You got to keep moving to keep warm, right?
Oh, you ain't lying. Oh, yeah. My leg is shaking 100 miles an hour right now.
Taylor, as I understand, because it was fun to see on the Fireside Theater, they posted on Facebook that you're going to join me here on WTMJ, and the flood of comments about how great you are, and also that you look great in the black leather.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
I think
you had to say that.
I think that black leather outfit from the comeback special would certainly keep you warm.
Oh, yeah. I think the audience members have a lot of fun, especially when we come out with the 68 comeback special, wearing that all black leather. I mean, of course, no one could wear it better than Elvis. Let's just set that straight. But I try my best as much as I can.
Taylor, tell us about Back in the Building, an Elvis tribute. Tell us about the show. What exactly is it about?
Yeah, so we basically take you on a musical journey through Elvis's life and his career. Us being tribute artists, what we like to do is we pay tribute to obviously the greatest, in our eyes, the greatest icon that ever lived, which is Elvis Aaron Presley. I mean, he was just a complete genius when it comes to music. I mean, he was just so unique, and so we take you through all of those eras of Elvis, all the way from the 1950s when he first began in the year 1954, all the way up to 1977 and to his passing. And it's basically a story about how, you never know who is behind the suit, right? You never, because a lot of people, they always go, oh man, it's Elvis on stage, but actually we're not Elvis, we're just a tribute artist. And so it's more so just about the music and about sharing, who Elvis really was, and really trying to spread that love and joy and that music to the next generation and the next. That's what our goal is. And this show basically, it gives you all the way, like I said, from the 1950s, so that raw, rock and roll that just come out that nobody really kind of expected in the 1950s. And then we also go into the movie era, which is really fun. And we have a little special guest that makes an appearance, Miss Ann Margaret, and she makes an appearance, and it's so much fun. And then we also go into the second act of the show, where we have the 68 comeback special, which is Elvis in that black leather coming out and, just really engaging with the audiences. And then we also touch on the jumpsuit era as well. And usually every night it's kind of a different jumpsuit. So we definitely have a lot of fun.
That's great. I was just going to ask, so as you cover these decades, how many other Elvis tribute artists are there, and what costume changes do we get to see you in other than the black leather?
Yeah. So there are this cast is a total of three different. We call them Elvi for plural. So I am the 50s. So you'll see me in the gold lame, which is kind of Elvis's iconic look in the 1950s. That gold lame jacket with the beautiful rhinestones and everything sparkling away in the light. And I also am in the black leather as well. So I play the 68 comeback special. And then you'll also get to see some movie outfits. You'll also get to see the iconic If I Can Dream white suit that Elvis kind of wore in protest when, the civil rights back in 1968 was happening. And then we also, like I said, our other Elvi, if you will, Travis Powell, he's also in the American Aloha from Hawaii jumpsuit. So it's there's a lot of different costume changes, so I'm sure the audience will never get bored.
This sounds like a fantastic night. Back in the Building, an Elvis tribute at the Fireside Theater in Fort Atkinson, all the way through February 23rd. This sounds like it must be a joy for you. It's got to be an incredible amount of work to get all the nuances of Elvis Presley, but this has to be a joy. How did you fall in love with Elvis and go, I want to channel him and keep his legacy going?
Yeah, so it all started when I was about 6 years old, and my aunt back home in Virginia, She used to babysit me when my parents were working, and she would just play Elvis music nonstop. I would listen to, Blue Suede Shoes and Shake, Rattle, and Roll, and just a couple different songs, And then YouTube was actually just coming out at that time, and so I started looking up, Elvis videos, and she would put on some different VHS tapes of Elvis movies and stuff that she had, and so. Elvis just became somebody that I just kind of idolized. I was like, man, that guy, like, there's something about him. It's something about Elvis that just attracted me to watch him on that TV and go, you know what? I want to be like him when I grow up. And so when I was about 9 years old, I got a little Halloween costume made of a little jumpsuit, and my dad had hand sewn all the little teeny stars and rhinestones on the suit, and I was Elvis for Halloween. And people started going, oh my gosh, we want you for this wedding, we want you for this, we want you for this. And I just started. I mean, I did not sound good at all when I first began.
But you looked good. I'm so charmed that your dad was sewing your costume together and that your aunt inspired you.
Yeah.
It's so sweet.
Yeah. My parents definitely supported me from the very beginning, and I just started to sing, and I kind of taught myself how to sing, and really kind of just watch Elvis, all these certain moves that he did and everything else. I watched every little detail I could to try to be like Elvis. That's who I wanted to be. So, and here I am today.
Wow. And Taylor Rodriguez in the Back in the Building show, an Elvis tribute show, but to go from 6 years old to 9 years old at Halloween to be the 2019 Ultimate Elvis Tribute Artist Champion by Elvis Presley Enterprises, to win that grand prize. Yes. I still say congratulations 6 years later. That's massive to have been there.
Thank you.
And get that
it was
seal
one of the greatest
approval.
honors of my life.
I'll bet.
Yes.
Well, I love that
Absolutely.
you're moving and shaking. I am going to make my way to the Fireside Theater in Fort Atkinson before
Please
February
do.
23rd. I've got to see this. You have to understand, this is what you don't know about me. I used to throw birthday parties for Elvis every year, and my boyfriend had a complete Elvis shrine in his basement. So we are really big Elvis fans. So this could be a date night for us. So looking forward to seeing you on stage at the Fireside Theater as part of Back in the Building, an Elvis tribute show. Taylor, I will say, break a hip? Break a leg? How do you wish an Elvis tribute artist to have a great time on stage? I hesitate to say anything like that.
Well, you know what? We're in the theater, so we're always going to stick to break a leg. That's the way we do it.
Thank you so much, Taylor Rodriguez, Elvis tribute artist extraordinaire in Back in the Building at Fireside Theater. Thanks so much, and stay warm.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Creative Planning presents Rethink Your Money with John Higginson, Saturday afternoon at 2. Get the most up-to-date financial advice and the freshest thinking on investments, tax strategies, estate planning, and more. You'll learn how our team-based approach at Creative Planning helps ensure all aspects of your wealth are working harder together. Don't settle for anything less than a customized and comprehensive financial plan and portfolio. Give your wealth a second look by going to creativeplanning.com/radio.
Immerse yourself in a place where bold ideas are sought after, where all are encouraged to bring their personal flourish. Here, innovation is a way of life. In this city, the beat flows. Together, we're dancing to the rhythm. Forward. Now, it's your turn to grab hold of that energy, where you'll remember not just the meals, the celebrations, or the uncommon coast. What you'll remember is how we made you feel. Come experience Milwaukee, where fresh meets fearless every day.
Looking for a totally rad flavor adventure, brochachos? Look no further than Surfer Boy Pizza as seen in Stranger Things. Each mouth-watering variety contains rich tomato sauce, delicious mozzarella cheese, and a gnarly range of toppings. The crust is crispy on the outside and airy on the inside. You'll think it was hand-tossed by the Surfer Boy Pizza dudes themselves. Look for it in the freezer aisle at your local store and buckle up your taste buds with Surfer Boy Pizza.
If you're living with joint pain in your shoulders, hips, elbows, and knees, and you have Medicare or Medicaid insurance, coming to Rejuvenex to solve your pain problems is something you should strongly consider. First off, because our FDA-approved pain treatments have been shown in many cases to be highly effective at reducing inflammation and substantially alleviating pain. Secondly, Medicare and Medicaid cover Rejuvenex treatments, so your cost could be nothing, or next to nothing at all. Chronic pain will only worsen with age. This leads to a far more compromised lifestyle, depression, and soon they start talking surgery. And then what? You have to get in front of arthritis and chronic pain, because the sooner you do, by letting us begin to calm those pain points, the better. I'm Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas, and we can alleviate your pain so you can rejuvenate your life.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
Imagine all the things you dream of under one roof. You're thinking of eBay. Fashion, collectibles, car parts. It's all there. Go find the thing that keeps you up at night. eBay. Things people love.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ. And now, feast your ears. This is the song you need to hear.
Most blokes are going to be playing at 10. These go to 11.
I'm Sandy Maxx, and I am psyched that Billy Idol is coming back to Milwaukee. Just announced this week, and tickets are on sale now. Billy Idol, August 31st. It's the Sunday night of Labor Day weekend, performing at the American Family Insurance Amphitheater. Billy Idol, it's a nice day to tour again, is what he's calling this year's tour. Opening for Billy, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Sunday, August 31st. Circle it on your calendar at American Family Insurance Amphitheater and turn up Billy Idol, White Wedding. It's the song you need to hear on What's on Tap.
Hey, little sister, what have you done? Hey, little sister, who's the only one? Hey, little sister, who's your Superman? Hey, little sister, who's the one you want? Hey, little sister, shotgun. It's a nice day to start again. It's a nice day for a white wedding. It's a nice day to start again. Hey, little sister, who is it you're with? Hey, little sister, what's your vice wish? Hey, little sister, shotgun, oh yeah. Hey, little sister, who's your Superman? Hey, little sister, shotgun. It's a nice day to start again. It's a nice day for a white wedding. It's a nice day to start again. Ow. Pick it up. Take me back home, man. Hey, little sister, what have you done? Oh, hey, little sister, who's the only one? I've been away for so long. I've been away for so long. I let you go for so long. It's a nice day to start again. Come on, it's a nice day for a white wedding. It's a nice day to start again. Wow! Well, there's nothing fair in this world. There is nothing safe in this world. And And there's nothing sure in this world, and there's nothing pure in this world. Look for something left in this world. Start again. Come on, it's a nice day for a white wedding. Whoa, what's a nice day to start again?
Winning in the NFL comes down to the basics, blocking and tackling. In retirement, protection and income are the keys to success. Simply put, if you're nearing or in retirement, you can't afford a stock market crash. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons. Having played on winning teams with the Steelers and Falcons, studying game film was a key to success. Now I'm a best-selling author and star in a new groundbreaking documentary film called The Retirement Deception. It unveils how the Wall Street machine has been deceiving us for decades and proves you don't need to risk your nest egg in the market to have the retirement you deserve. This film shows you exactly how to protect your retirement from stock market drops and produce more income than you thought possible. I want you to watch this film for free. Call today for your free copy of The Retirement Deception. I think you would agree 30 to 40 years of saving for retirement is at least worth a phone call to watch this film and see how you can improve your retirement. Call today to speak with an all-pro retirement specialist to get your free copy of The Retirement Deception. Call 844-763-2837. That's 844-763-2837. MitchLyonsWealth.com, your best game plan to protect, grow, and win retirement.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
If you need a place for new home interior ideas, then you have to come talk to us. Our on-staff decorators know furniture, home decor, and a lot more. And they're not only creative, but also very willing to help you make great choices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee. Stop in often because our inventory changes daily.
Design Exchange.
Previously, it has been gently loved, but here you'll only find very well-conditioned premium home decor items that you likely won't find elsewhere. Distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original art, and other tasteful home decor at a value. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor on consignment at 25 to 40% off retail prices in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner. JamesImaging.com.
From ABC News, I'm Richard Cantu. President Trump is in Los Angeles to survey wildfire devastation. Governor Gavin Newsom greeting the president.
Thank you for being here. It means a great deal to all of us, not just the folks in Palisades, the folks in Altadena that were devastated. We're going to need your support.
We're going to get it fixed, so we'll get it permanently fixed so it can't happen again.
Earlier, the president surveyed Hurricane Helene damage in North Carolina. The president was to sign an executive order establishing a task force to review the Federal Emergency Management Agency and recommend changes. White House spokeswoman Carolyn Leavitt.
It will direct a council of FEMA advisors to look at the agency and to root out the corruption, the incompetence, and the bureaucracy.
Mr. Trump confirmed that he ended the security details of key former officials who have faced threats.
Without apology, the president acknowledges he has canceled the security details of several former government officials.
You can't have a security detail for the rest of your life because you worked for government.
This week, Trump has ended protections for former National Security Advisor John Bolton, former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, and former infectious disease chief Dr. Anthony Fauci.
You know, they all made a lot of money. They can hire their own security, too.
Trump is himself a victim of 2 assassination attempts, and he's entitled by law to lifetime Secret Service protection. Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, Washington.
The North Dakota Supreme Court ruled that the state's abortion ban will not be enforced while the state appeals a lower court's ruling that the ban is unconstitutional. North Dakota currently has 0 abortion providers, hasn't had one in over 2 years. Hamas announced it would release 4 female Israeli soldiers held hostage the last 15 months, part of an exchange for 200 Palestinian prisoners or detainees, including 120 militants serving life sentences after being convicted of deadly attacks. You're listening to ABC News.
Struggling with back taxes or unfiled returns? Owe the IRS $10,000 or more? With the IRS ramping up enforcement, taxpayers across the country are turning to tax relief helpers. Call 800-885-0622 now. End IRS stress today. Stop collection efforts, wage garnishments, and sleepless nights. Tax relief helpers can help you or your business settle your tax debt quickly and affordably. Call the Tax Relief Helpers hotline at 800-885-0622. That's 800-885-0622. Start your relief today.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Bills piling up? Rent due? Just need some extra cash to get by? Then you need to go to getcash.com, where you can get approved for a loan of up to $10,000 in minutes. No need to search through endless loan sites. Getcash.com is one of the largest lender networks. They can help anyone get up to $10,000 regardless of their credit score. Best part? The money can be in your bank account as soon as the next day. When you need fast cash help, go to getcash.com. That's getcash.com.
In the wake of the deadly high school shooting in Nashville, community activists and students are demanding action from state lawmakers. Activist Sakayla Colbert.
To the elected officials, sending thoughts and prayers, thank you. And I pray that when you get to that intimate part of prayer, the part where God speaks back to you, you have the courage to hear and to obey.
Investigators say the teen shooter may have been radicalized by far-right internet propaganda and may have targeted his victim. Lawyers for an Ohio pastor will appeal his conviction for sheltering homeless people.
For more than a year, Pastor Chris Savell has opened his church, Dad's Place, around the clock to shelter and give hope to homeless people. On Tuesday, a city judge in Bryan, Ohio, found him guilty of violating zoning and fire codes. His attorneys last year filed a federal lawsuit accusing the city of harassing and humiliating the church and its congregants. During the appeal, the church remains open to temporarily shelter people.
ABC's Chuck Seaver. Pandas are back at the National Zoo. The new pair made its debut after getting acclimated to their new environment following last year's arrival.
We woke up at 6:30, bright and early, and we drove out from Capitol Hill, and seeing them was so cool. They're huge. They're way bigger than I thought.
She had her granddaughter in tow.
It's so cute to see her so excited to see the panda. It's her first panda that she's ever seen.
I'm Richard Cantu, ABC.
Struggling with back taxes or unfiled returns? Owe the IRS $10,000 or more? With the IRS ramping up enforcement, taxpayers across the country are turning to tax relief helpers. Call 800-885-0622 now. End IRS stress today. Stop collection efforts, wage garnishments, and sleepless nights. Tax relief helpers can help you or your business settle your tax debt quickly and affordably. Call the Tax Relief Helpers hotline at 800-885-0622. That's 800-885-0622. Start your relief today.
I haven't had anything to eat for days, and being hungry hurts.
Going without oil changes can destroy your engine, but it doesn't compare to the effect of going without food. That's why the Automobile Dealers Association of Metro Milwaukee is determined to make sure no one goes to bed hungry. Through March 1st, they'll donate $1 from every oil change to Feeding America Eastern Wisconsin. Every dollar provides 3 healthy meals. Over the past 14 years, Adam has donated over $890,000, providing more than 2.6 million meals to people across southeast Wisconsin, the majority being children and seniors. And with today's ongoing challenges, the need is greater than ever. So help the hungry while helping your vehicle. Get your oil